Alright, it's official. This season is very unpredictable. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm back at it again with another week of predictions, even though I have not been good the first 3 weeks, but I can always turn it around. Let's talk about this Thursday night game. Miami taking on Cincinnati. Well, the surprising part is, even though Miami's 3-0, they're the underdogs in this game. And one of the main reasons is the fact that the defense was on the field for 90 plays against Buffalo. I mean, that's a lot of plays to be on the field for, and then they got to turn around and travel on the road in a short week. I can see why Cincinnati is the favorite. And I'm going to pick Cincinnati in this game. I just don't know if Miami's going to be able to get the pressure on Joe Burrow that they're going to need in order to stop Cincinnati's offense. I think we're going to see a Bengals win on Thursday night. Minnesota taking on New Orleans. This is the London game. New Orleans, there could be a change coming at quarterback soon. Jameis Winston has not looked well the past few weeks. Meanwhile, Minnesota is 2-1 right now. They are playing really good football. I'm going to go with them over the Saints. Cleveland taking on Atlanta. Even though Cleveland is 2-1, you still have questions about this team. There's a lot of talent there, but are they starting to come together as a team? I don't know. Meanwhile, Atlanta, we know they're in the middle of a rebuild. It's going to take a while. I'm going to go Cleveland over Atlanta, but at this point, nothing would surprise me. Buffalo taking on Baltimore. For Baltimore, defense was able to rise up in the fourth quarter, got key turnovers, and they were able to hold on against New England. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, just a heartbreaking loss on the road, just ran out of time. But this week, I say they come out with the win. That Ravens defense is still suspect. And I think Josh Allen's going to have a big game, and I just don't think the Ravens offense is going to be able to keep up. Washington taking on Dallas. For Washington, yeah, they just do not look good so far. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they are 2-0 right now with Cooper Rush as their starting quarterback this year. And I'm going to make it 3-0 with Rush being the starter. I'm going with them over Washington. Seattle taking on Detroit. Both of these teams are coming off a loss. Both of these teams are 1-2 right now. It's a tough one, but in the end, I'm going to go with the home team and say Detroit sneaks out a win. Chargers taking on Houston. Houston is one of two teams that still does not have a win, although they do have a tie. So I guess that's something. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the question is going to be, how is Justin Herbert going to be? He's still recovering from that injury he suffered in Week 2. I'm going to go with them over Houston, but it's all going to depend on how well Herbert is able to play. Tennessee taking on Indianapolis. Indianapolis shocked everyone by beating KC in Week 3. Meanwhile, Tennessee, they're starting to fall off the edge of a cliff, and I don't know if they're going to be able to rebound. I'm going to go with the Colts over the Titans. Bears taking on the Giants. Both of these teams, they may be 2-1, but there's a lot of questions with them. For the Bears, Justin Fields has not attempted a lot of passes this year. He is dead last in pass attempts. Meanwhile, for the Giants, there's still questions on whether they can actually compete. In the end, I'm going to go with the Bears over the Giants, but this one, it's too close to call. Jacksonville taking on Philadelphia. Jacksonville, they've been a surprise team so far. They're 2-1 right now, coming off back-to-back wins, and they're showing everyone the talent that they have. Meanwhile, Philadelphia, one of two undefeated teams remaining, along with the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Eagles over the Jaguars on this one, but really, if the Jaguars pull off the upset, wouldn't shock me at all. And a side note, Jalen Hurts is playing really good football so far, so I had him as a breakout candidate. I'm glad I did. Jets taking on Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh coming off 10 days of rest because they played Thursday night, and we could see a change of quarterback coming soon. Now, whether that makes a difference for this offense or not, we shall see. Meanwhile, the Jets, we could see Zach Wilson come back this week, and that's going to be big for Jets fans because they want to see if Zach Wilson is their future. And I'm going to go with Pittsburgh over the Jets on this one, but again, nothing would surprise me. Arizona taking on Carolina. Now, both these teams, they're 1-2 right now, and we have questions about whether their head coaches are going to last till the end of the year. Really, I'd be surprised if both of them did. As for this game, I'm going to go Arizona over Carolina. New England taking on Green Bay. For New England, they lost Mac Jones last week. A very bad ankle sprain. Don't know how long he's going to be out. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they were able to beat the Buccaneers, not with their offense, but with their defense. And I say they pick up another win at home against the Patriots. Denver taking on Las Vegas. Las Vegas, they are 0-3, the only team that is 0-3. And right now, it's really coming to a question as to whether Josh McDaniels is going to be able to even last 1 year with the Raiders. They got to pull off a win at some point. And I say they get the win over the Broncos. And the Broncos, their offense has got to start clicking sooner rather than later. K-State taking on Tampa Bay. For Tampa Bay, we know all the weapons that they're down. We know all the offensive linemen that they're down. And it just showed in Green Bay, losing 14-12. Brady just does not look comfortable this year. And really, this offense just looks so much different without the players around him. Hopefully, they can get those players back soon. Mike Evans will be coming off of suspension. And I know he's going to want a big game. Meanwhile, for KC, they're coming off a loss to the Colts. And they're going to be motivated as all to get this win. I say they get it done on the road against Tampa Bay. And our Monday night game is going to be the Rams taking on San Francisco. I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. I think they are the better team. And really, with San Francisco, there's just so many questions right now with the offense and Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm as to what happened last week against Denver. Alright guys, those were my picks for Week 4. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you guys next time.